Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here today at a very soaking Red Bull Ring for round 6 of the FGTWC. I am your host and main commentator for today's race, S_RDZ, and I'm joined again once by the unanimous Elliot F64. And Elliot, we're looking at another wet and wild race here today at the Red Bull Ring.
Absolutely, this is going to be an interesting one with a lot of grip fluctuations in different corners. I guess that's factored by camber by most of it. Obviously just need to do a quick check on the microphone to see if I can be heard.
Yeah, you're definitely coming. You're definitely coming through on my end, so just check the stream.
Depends on how it's coming through on the stream. Yeah. Let's have a look. CJ was coming through quite loud.
Yeah,
we've got our debuting driver WMac is just on his way, so we're just waiting on that.
All right. And also, ladies and gentlemen, there have been big and tremendous news from the last time that we raced at Brands Hatch 1 week ago. It is now confirmed that the 24 with a newly refreshed livery and a new driving team in the hands of SideMax Motorworks, so they're definitely stepping up their involvement. The disconnect was a really big setback for the team after they lost their main driver for the GT3 Classic, Yuri, and of course having disconnected from K&K does well. Both the Spaniards, as a matter of fact, disconnecting from the race, and it's very much set them back and apart, as well as TGIS, and as a matter of fact, the points have been absolutely altered here for round number 6, the halfway point of the season, I should point out as well. So things are definitely spicing up here as we embark on the second half of the season. So we'll take you through the current list of drivers. We got SLM Palmer in the newly revised SideMax Motorworks entry. Of course, he'll be partnering up with Yuri, but of course, I did hear that Yuri, regardless of Palmer being his teammate, will try and fight for that championship because he did disconnect from the last round. He's got a lot of progress and ground to make back up from the last race. And also James Head in the number 7, getting a third place finish last time out at the Brands Hatch circuit. There is the driver who is going to be on an absolute charge here today, SMM Ure in the 77. He's looking very, very strong here today, and he's going to try and get a third win of the season if he can. And there we have Iapez in the 11 as well. Once again, the lime green Snap-on sponsored Ferrari there. And we got SMM Keelan, who is in the 22 as well, and as well as he's got another GT4 accomplice as well in the hands of TGIS 78, who is now SMM TGIS 78, so taking on the full-time driving roles at the SideMax Motorworks team. They have been absolutely busy, and of course they're going to try and bring that expertise to task here today. And so I can imagine the SideMax guys looking for a little bit of redemption here today after what we thought was a very, very abysmal time at the Brands Hatch circuit, but they did get the class win for Keelan. Once again, the star-studded driver in the GT4 class and the man to beat, and he's going to be setting himself up to probably take the championship home at the end of the season. Go through once again. So we can take a look at the rest of the GT4 class. We got Doug Barrow in the 13. Of course, he hasn't had the luck, unfortunately, to get some good results, but of course he does have the pace, and hopefully he can try. He did get a third place, I believe, last time by. I'll have to double check on the standings here. So let me take a look at that real quickly. And yeah, he's on another third place run here thus far, so he's doing himself very, very well thus far. And then we have the new 78 of TGIS 78, who is now part of this SideMax team here. And then we have Mushalat in the 37. There's the very, very vague, I want to say British Racing Green Ferrari 458 GT4. And then we have the number 69 of Hair Razor, who is going to be trying to get some valuable points. He did get second place, his best finish of the season, a second place at Brands Hatch last time by, after, and it was very, very unlikely as well, a double podium finish for the two Winding Road Racing Ferrari 458, so they're definitely looking to try and get some more results and progress going their way. There is the number 20 of SD and Viper, so it appears to be the marathon-sponsored Ferrari 458 here, this one-off livery, a new fresh look from the traditional black Apex and Phoenix Flare sponsored Ferrari, and this new Ferrari in the marathon themed colors here. Normally these cars are painted with a hint of the French flag colors of blue, white, and red. This time, however, it's the all red and the white stripes, and this car looks absolutely amazing, and it's definitely going to stand out on the grid, of course. There is K&K Dot, who is actually now in third place in the championship standings after that disconnect, so he's going to have a bit of progress to make back up towards championship leader Keelan, of course. And that currently wraps up the 12-car grid that we have at the moment. We are still expecting, I think, one more car to join the grid in place of Bar27, who is unfortunately absent here today. Palmer and Yuri taking it 1-2 for the SLM team here today. And, of course, Viper's going to have a bit of work now since he will have 2 Climax entries to take a hold. Palmer with a big slide. We'll take a look at that again real quickly. Unfortunately, we are not able to. Replay function does not work in practice. I do believe Elliot is still trying to get his mic situation solved out. So we are waiting for that. So I assume that's probably the reason why qualifying is a bit delayed at the moment. Oh, Debbie Mac just left the room, so hopefully he can find his way on in. Go back down to, oh no, actually it's Keelan who's going to be starting the qualifier. So Keelan now, yes, we did switch up the room hosts because of connection issues for the Spaniards and a couple of other guys. So qualifying going to be an interesting thing here today. Oh, I'm actually way far off from the rest of the grid. So let me see if I can try and rejoin in. Yep, there we go. So qualifying underway as we speak, and it will be the number, oh, that's a bit odd. The 2 Simax Ferraris are inside of each other. And so we have the Ferrari of Grand J10 who will lead them off for the start of qualifying. So the 15, I don't think we were able to. Oh, he's actually gone off a bit wide, and this even qualifying is going to get very interesting as well. The fastest guy around to determine the grid. This is going to be interesting, of course. Yeah, it seems like oh no, that's like, now they're going to be fixing up, okay.
What?
Nah, my results were getting, my scoreboard was getting a little mixed up, so looks like that's going to be fixed. And so the GT3 is really coming to life here early on. Doug Barrow is going to lead the GT4s off ahead of Keelan and Tice, as well as K&K Dot. So 3 Simax entities here today, and I bet they're absolutely loving this.
Yeah, Ethan and or Palmer, sorry, and CJ won't be able to, or Viper, sorry, I'm so used to them by their actual names. Viper and Palmer won't be able to be working together, as we've heard previously in the background.
Text in the chat on the YouTube stream. Simax Motorworks saying, "Good luck, guys." Luck is going to be all needed for a lot of these drivers here today. It's going to be very, very interesting here thus far. Yuri actually out of the final corner gets a slowdown penalty on his fastest lap. So I think, I'm not sure if this lap is going to count or not, unless
he'll be able to serve it going into turn 2.
Oh, actually he's going very sideways indeed, and Grand J10 follows him up. So a terrible lap thus far for the 77. And so Palmer, I think, has gotten a good start, as well as Viper. And I was before we had this official race lobby here, we did have a practice race, and I was able to actually take part in that race. And my God, let me tell you, these cars are incredibly difficult to drive in these wet weather conditions. Even for the GT3s, they are absolute powerhouse machines with 666 brake horsepower in these wet weather conditions. I don't know how these guys do it, but they says to me, stick to the commentary box, of course. Jokes aside, thus far for the GT3s, looking very, very tasty indeed. We'll go on board now with the 24 of Polymer. You can see how much car control and focus is really needed for all of these guys, of course. and it's not easily wrangling these things around the wet Rebel Ring circuit in the past. In the past, we have gotten, we have visited a wet Rebel Ring circuit in the past before with the MX-5 Cup races, as well as the GT3 series as well. So these Ferrari 458s are absolutely no different here today. Car control really needed here. So times coming in now, 35.6 and 35.9 for Palmer and Viper, 36.7 for James. And so where is Ure going to land up? Actually, he's at a 42, and I'm not seeing the time show up, so that lap was definitely invalidated. A 49 for Doug Barrett for Grand J10. iPads with a 39, and GT4's coming in 43s up and down the order. And so I think that's pole position for Doug Barrow. Actually, no, at the moment it's K&K Dot in the newly revised 04. Oh, and someone really gone deep, and that's Tice. And that's Tice in the 78. Yeah, he's had a big moment.
That almost looks like a disconnect. No? As he kept it back, he's got it back on the track, because the way that he drifted off looked like a disconnect.
Oh, man, massive save for the 78 there. And I don't know how he kept that one from going out more towards the wall. He definitely saved that one, I'll tell you what. K&K Dot, let's just say, 5th overall at the moment in qualifying for the young Spaniard here in the 04. In the newly revised 04, he said that he wanted to try and spice up the side maximum auxiliary, and this is what you got. You got some pure anime on that car, of course. Nothing wrong doing that, but that car is definitely going to be standing out here today. Oh, and that's a car that's gone around. Is that the Viper? Yeah, that is Viper in the 20. And that particular section of the course, before it goes into sector, just after it goes into the 3rd sector, he's had a lot of issues with that particular corner. And so he's got to be very, very careful here in the 04. Let's go back up to the front where it is Palmer, who does not improve, just by a little bit. Ure gets a good lap in with a 35.7, so he bumps down Viper and James to 3rd and 4th. IPez in 5th. Grand J10 in 5th, displacing IPez to 6th. K&K Dot still on pole position, going around through the final corner. He's actually got a slowdown penalty, so he will have to invalidate this lap and possibly the next one. Keelan bumps him down by 0.62 seconds. So Keelan showing the true, flexing the muscles of the 22. Mushalat going into 3rd for his 37 Ferrari, so a good effort for him in that class. Ty's only 6,000 slower, but where is Tice? He's actually gone down. K&K Dot's going to serve his penalty right now as we speak. So the running order now is Palmer 1st, 2nd Ure, and Viper in 3rd for the GT3s. And GT4s, it is Keelan, K&K Dot, and I believe Mushalai will go down to Tice, and the guys below, where it is Hairazor and Doug Barrow at the back of the field. Not a good day thus far for the Winding Road Racing Ferraris after running so well, 2nd and 3rd last time by. So we'll go back up to the front of the field now, where it is going to be Ure. We'll keep an eye on Ure for a lap, just to show you what it's like to need to have the utmost control in these kind of cars in these tricky conditions here. And these guys on the intermediate,
very wide coming out the final corner.
So we'll go on board with Ure for a lap. Of course, he does get pole position with a 35.4, 1.5 tenths faster than his teammate SLM Palmer. And was that Viper on an improvement? I don't think he's improved at all. But you can just see the absolute utmost control that these guys absolutely need. iPads with a 38. Ure going purple sector 1, fastest of them all in sector 1. And Doug Barrow improves to a 43. Tice with a 43 as well. So Doug's had a pretty good improvement thus far. Keelan's actually going to come in this time by with about 2.5 minutes or so left in qualifying. So qualifying about to spice things up with the final 2.5-ish minutes or so. And you can just see from the, you can see the utmost control is absolutely going to be needed for these GT3s as well as the GT4s. Ure is so delicate, but he cannot let off. Let's see where he stands in sector 2. It's probably going to be purple sector. It is purple sector by just a 10th, but I'm not sure how Palmer is on this final lap, on this next lap. So these guys I think these guys will get this lap and this next lap and one more, depending on how they are at the line.
Yeah, Yera's going to go much quicker here, and unless Palmer can pull something out in this last sector, he will need to find something on the next lap.
Big wheel lock moment for Yuri out of the final corner, but it's definitely slowed him up majorly. He lost 3/10 because of that final corner incident. James had with a 35.9, just only about 15 thousandths of a second between himself and Viper. Holy crap!
That's going to be a close one. I think we're going to see potentially two battles here: battle for first and a battle for third.
Alicia Palmer in the chat saying, "Go Palmer!" Of course, Palmer on a hot streak, 3 wins in a row. And the last one might have been a little bit gifted to him, obviously, with that disconnect from Yuri. But Yuri going to try absolutely everything in his power to get those 2 bonus points. Is there a bonus point for pole position as well, or no?
No,
no,
there is not. K&K Dot has jumped back up to P2 and GT4 class.
He's about 3.5. He's just about 3/10 a show behind. And Doug Barrow going to 4th as well. He's been kind of down the order, getting himself in the midst of the class. And at the moment, it's a 1-2-3 at the moment for the SideMax team in GT4, and a 1-2 for them in GT3. So they're absolutely loving this. 2/10 up for Ure this lap by Sector 2. So he is absolutely going to be on a flyer here. He might have one more lap as well as Palmer.
Yeah, they should both get another lap, but Viper will be... Oh, hang on. Well, we've got people splitting them. Hang on. James should get another lap.
Yeah, Viper, I think, is way too far off from another lap, so this will be his final lap. Palmer improves, but is 19 thousandths behind Yuri. But Yuri, does he improve?
James is round and hard into the barrier, that's it. James' qualifying's over. He's round and hard into the barriers.
No improvement for Yuri, so he's definitely lost a lot of time. I think Sector 3 is definitely being a big problem for Yuri at the moment. Palmer and Yuri will get one more lap, and Viper will not improve beyond a 35.9.
Missed out on the front row, isn't he?
Yeah, once again. So we'll go back up to the front of these guys, where it is Yuri who is on pole by 19 thousandths of a second. So the SideMax guys absolutely flexing their muscles. Keelan's going to come through on this lap. He's about 3/10 up over his teammates K&K Dot and Tice. Doug is next.
No improvement.
Actually, he does improve, but no improvement on position. K&K Dot improves, but it is not enough to improve on position. Yep. So Keelan, where is... Oh no, Tice is already...
Hairraiser.
No improvement.
Hairraiser.
No improvement as well. Oh, Keelan's actually spun it!
I was watching Hairraiser coming across the line and I could see him in the background. Facing the wrong way as well.
Yeah, Keelan knows he's done the work, but it's not the race celebration. You still got the race to go, bud, so anything can happen. Oh.
Yuri's still going. Oh, of course, yeah. We've got the GT3 top 3, haven't we, still running? James. No, James didn't get another lap, did he? No, he didn't.
No, he did not. So Palmer will come through this lap, and he might do it. No, 2/10 down. What about Yuri? No, he's had a terrible lap as well, so no improvements on this final lap. So Yuri is going to take that pole position for today's race by 19 thousandths of a second. What a close run this is going to be for the SideMax guys. And SideMax have got to be absolutely loving this, Elliot.
Just going to run through the GT4 field to see what the gap is. Right, we've got 2/10, 3/10. 89 thousandths per second between Tyson and Doug. 2/10 back to Mushalot and 7/10 back to Hairraiser, who have really struggled. But SMM, SideMax Motorworks, are going to get... they're going to get some results here for sure. They've got almost half the grid, but they've really decimated themselves into decent positions for a race.
SideMax, if you're listening, please contact SLM for sponsorship inquiries. We'd love to have your name on the front of of our live streams.
They pretty much are already.
Jokes aside, it's going to be another 60-minute wet, rainy race here today. It's going to be Yuri on the front, Palmer in second, Viper and James Head make up row 2. Grand G10 and IFS round out the GT3s. On pole position for GT4, it is Keelan, K&K Dot, and then Tice, followed up by Doug Barrow, and then Mushalot, Hairraiser, and then Hairraiser. I almost said your name. And Hairraiser will round up the 12-car grid here today, 6 in each class. And so we get this lovely shot of the front. So I don't... Oh, I didn't even get any red lights on the front of the thing here, so... And so we'll back on out, and then we'll work our way back in. And so this 12-car grid ready to embark on 60 minutes of the wet weather racing here today. Of course, it does say 59 minutes now. That means the race clock has started, but there is a mandatory pace lap that will be needed. Of course, Yere and Palmer trying to heat up their tires as much as they can, but in these wet weather conditions, that doesn't really matter as much because the fact that the downforce, these cars need to make downforce, but in these wet weather conditions, downforce is pretty much non-existent at this rate. It makes the cars extremely difficult to drive, and with about 19,000 separating the top two in the GT3 class, this is going to be a very interesting race, Elliot.
Yeah, absolutely. Leading the pack around, Yero's just given himself the fright of his life in terms of getting the heat into his tyres. He spun up the rear wheels in doing so, and he almost rotated him. Getting some slight lag off of him, looking back, but nothing too drastic at this time. But yeah, it should be quite a good one here, Trev.
So we'll go down the field real quickly and see what tires everyone is on. Yere is going to be on intermediates, Palmer on intermediates, as well as Viper and James. Grand J10 and iPez are all going to be on intermediates as well. Keelan and KK Dot and Tice as well on intermediates, and I believe everyone's going to be on intermediates except for this race.
I think it's Mooshalot who's is Mooshalot on intermediates or wets?
He is on intermediates. Mooshalot in the 37 is on intermediates, just to confirm.
Okay, cool. He was on wets during the previous
qualifying, yeah. And so the pace car, driven by the man himself, Elliott, is going to pull away, meaning the field is ready to double file on up. And so this field of 12 about to embark on 60 minutes of wet weather racing here today. And it's going to be absolutely crazy here today, of course, I could say, Elliott.
Yeah, absolutely. I made it out, so I'll be able to watch the start.
We'll go on board now with the 7 of James Head, who's going to be absolutely watching this from the bird's eye view. When do they go green is the question. When the pace is under control of Yere, and he flies down the throttle now as they go across the start-finish line. Doug Barrow's going to make up some positions, and he takes the lead of the class, as a matter of fact, on that race start.
That's very interesting. Yeah,
very interesting indeed. No one's going to be around, of course. Palmer going sideways, Viper up into second place. Doug Barrow with the start. We'll take a look at that again real quickly, indeed.
Yes, please.
Oh wow, he's absolutely jumped the field to perfection. He actually jumped the field to perfection, so what a perfect start for Doug. I don't think that's going to thwart him any penalty, but to be honest with you, Elliot. What a great start.
We're going to have a look now on the stream.
Oh, look at this. Palmer actually getting back up into second place. So Viper going down.
Perfect jump.
Oh, this is going to be absolutely close racing side by side. Oh, there's even some contact between the 24 and the 20. Yeah, he got him back, I believe.
Watch for James on the inside. Oh, they're all sliding.
Oh, there's contact.
He's hit James.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
At this moment.
James corrected it.
Saved it.
Oh my! How in the world did no one spin on that? That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
There was a lot of standing water, and of course you're at high RPM when you come out of turn 3, so that is the quite large cause of that. Oh, and Tice is in the back of Keelan. And in fact, Doug's dropped right back. Where's Doug gone? I know he's dropped right. He's off.
Doug's had a great start here in this 13. He was down on qualifying. I think he got 4th. But what a start to jump the Sidemax team. I don't think they were even expecting that. K&K Dots actually dropped back all the way down to the back of the grid. So the 0-4 not having a good start on this first lap. Go back up to the front.
Let's have a look. James got I don't know if James lost the place to Grand J10 after the
I don't think he has. Grand J10 has had a good he's in 5th, but Yere's just gone. Yere is just gone. 1.9 seconds to the good between himself and Palmer. And he's just gone. He's gone.
Absolutely, and in fact, James is going purple. Oh,
James
of course,
has gone.
Yeah. So it's the first proper.
Oh, James is slow out of the corner. He's actually lost a bit of time to Viper up into 3rd. Going back to Doug, he's still 1.5 seconds up in the lead over Keelan. So Keelan, I don't think was expecting that race start to happen like that. And Mushalov not even that far off as well in 4th place in class. So some good battles and some mighty fine moments thus far. Oh, Tice tried the inside on his own teammate there, but I think Keelan was able to hold him off just fine. Go back up to Tice, or Keelan I should say, where he's having to fend off and get a little bit of assist with his teammate as well. Was that Viper was going a bit sideways out of his
It was James and Grand James from what I saw. I'm not too sure about Viper.
Yeah, because Viper, I think that on that one corner, it's after the left and the right when you enter Sector 3. I'm not sure. I think that's turn...
Keelan's picked up a half a second penalty, but they're gaining back on Doug again.
Is that turn 8? Exit of turn 8 that Viper usually has most issues with in this Ferrari, I
Right,
think.
so we got turn 1 that Yere's just come out of, and then you got the big run up to turn 2. I wouldn't really count these as little corners, because they're just kind of slight kinks to the right and left.
I think they count the left-hander as a turn, to be honest with you. I know there's 10 corners here,
for now
obviously.
we'll call it turn 2 now.
Yeah, now we're at turn 3.
You've got a long straight down to turn...
turn 4.
This,
turn 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah, it's it.
Alright,
That little left-hander is actually, I think, turn number 2, because it goes from right to left and then back to the right, so...
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then you got 4 where they're coming through now, and then into 5, which is now, and you got 6, which is the left, 7, which is the left, 8, which is the right, so it's between 7 and 8.
Big moment for Viper out of turn number 4, just really trying to wrangle that really powerful Ferrari GT3 around here, and he's doing his best that he can.
Look at the fuel situation, though.
Yeah, look at... He is the man to save some fuel, so definitely... Oh, big moment, big moment.
That's not going to help him, though. James has got through there.
Like I said, turn 8.
Got through there.
We'll take a moment. We'll take a moment to admire the car control that Viper really has. The only American...
Oh, Tice is up into second place in GT4s. He's got past Keelan.
Good control.
Drop back from Doug again.
Good car control from Viper, of course. Tice has actually gotten by his teammate of Keelan for second place. Might Keelan not be good on race pace here in these hot, wet weather conditions?
Not too sure. He's got Mushalot all over the back of him.
Yeah,
Mushalot's kind of hung on to these two since the battle started.
Yeah, Mushalot's done himself pretty well to hang with the Cymax guys. Kanke Dot's got back up into 5th place, of course, passing
Keelan to the inside. He's having a look. Not quite going to make it stick.
No, not yet.
He's going to get a good run out of here, though. Watch, Keelan will have a fantastic run.
I don't think he's... Yeah, you can tell the slipstream, it's there, but it's not as powerful as it would be on the dry. Tice is actually going to defend on the inside of his teammate, of course. And we're going to see how this plays out. The new... Oh, Keelan's got him. He just overdrove.
Yeah. He's got him. Tice is coming back.
No! In his first race for the Cymax team, I don't think he's going to want to try any bold moves and kind of just risk some things. Risking it for a chocolate biscuit already here with just about 10 minutes almost elapsed. And can we admire the lead that...
Tice into the back of Keelan.
Oh, was that a big moment for Viper once again? Was that a big moment for Viper once again out of turn number 8? Just the corner. It's very... It just keeps... Oh, wow. Big moment for the 20. I don't know how he kept that under control.
James is on the back of him. He's still having a moment. James is right back onto him now as he's dropped 3 seconds back. 3 seconds.
Personal best lap for James had that time by 36.3 for the man in the number 7. He's really closing up here on the 20, who's having some handling issues thus far. Like I said, the man, CJ, is really the guy that can on his pure race pace, can consume a lot of fuel, obvious, can conserve a bit of the fuel, so maybe he can win by virtue on strategy. It's just some costly incidents that have just pretty much just, I'd say the disconnect from the Spa race that we had that 2 weeks ago, that really cost him a race win, and then of course the spin as well in the second when we restarted the race, that cost him a win as well. He made up good time on that.
Hatch as well, wasn't it? He lost out Brands Hatch by disconnecting.
No, it wasn't by disconnecting. He could have won on strategy, but I think he just went for fastest lap instead. Oh, Viper really trying to...
Who are we talking about? I'm talking about Yera.
Oh, I was talking about Viper. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Oh, James had with a moment himself.
Yeah.
You love to see it here in the wet weather conditions of these Ferraris. Oh, another moment for the 20. Oh, turn 8. Yeah, turn 8 is not Viper's favorite corner whatsoever. Just really out of control. I can tell it's going to bite him sooner or later in this race. Grand J10 not that far off as well.
Yeah, he's closing in, but Viper's making mistakes.
Oh, he's gone a bit wide. I'm not sure that's going to give him a penalty. Yep, it's giving him a penalty.
Yeah, there it is, half a second. But the penalties are pretty much all served up anyway at turn
Yeah, it's
3.
really easy to serve him up here. Like, you'd be able to tell. Yeah, he just slightly served it in out of turn number 1, so he's down to 4/10 now for the number 20. Yere, 5 seconds up the road, he's just gone. He's setting 35. He's setting 35s in these wet weather conditions on race pace.
And the other thing as well with Yera is very rarely does he make a mistake.
Very rarely does he make a mistake, so of course he has the absolute necessary needed racecraft here to help deliver exceptional results for the Cymax team. Of course, he is a driver with an exceptional talent, and no wonder that he's the main man for Cymax in SLM.
Tyson Keelan, Tyson Keelan. Got to keep an eye on that battle.
And while this battle's going on, it's
go to a replay. Go to a replay with Tyson Keelan into turn 1 and watch Tyson.
On board now with the number 78 from the driver's eye. Looking back at the 22. Oh, he actually got a bit of a bump from the man behind. Oh,
all 3 of them have just had a bump now.
Full wheel
3 of them have just had a bump.
Well, once again. Oh, he's literally side by side. And we're getting the...
Yeah, Mooshlot was there
as
well.
He's actually missed the shift. Ty's actually just missed the shift in the 78. Oh,
there's still no contact.
There was, yeah, there was a little nudge. This is great stuff in the GT4 class. And while all this is happening, this is allowing Doug to comfortably sit in first place.
Watch for James on Viper. Watch for James on Viper. He's going to have a look. No, not yet. As Viper served up his full penalty.
I think there was a car. I think there was a back roar from a vehicle outside. I just heard like loud pops from like a muscle car outside or something like that.
Let's have a look. Is James going to have a look here? No, because in fact Viper's got another penalty, has he? No, he's just ghosted.
He's just ghosted.
That's strange.
Yeah, very unusual.
They're 10 seconds back now. For
Most bizarre overtake. James had ghosted Viper while he's ghosted.
Just having a look back, the battle between Keenan and Tice has expanded slightly, with Mooshalot trying to get back onto the tail of them. And you've got K&K Dot making his way back up the field. He's got past Hair Razor, who's dropped to plumb last.
I'll tell you what, K&K Dot's actually dropped a bit back closer to Hair Razor because last time we saw those two at the back of the field, K&K Dot was a lot further up. Now they're in a battle of their own and possibly going to try and settle it once again here. Go back up to the battle for a third at the moment, where Viper once again still.
It's out the last corner. Viper struggles and James excels.
Yeah, it's definitely on the front.
It's half a second now. Half a second now. Watch out of the next 2 corners. James would have closed right up if he doesn't make a mistake.
We'll go on board with the 7. Yeah, James Head kind of runs over that inside curve, just to kind of close up and get a better run on Viper. Viper actually, James not really closing up this time but of course, if you can...
No, he does. He gets within 4/10 by the end of the start-finish straight, and then it just elasticates back out again.
Gotcha.
Although, he might have a run here. Gap is coming down. No, I think he missed a gear change. It's gone back up again.
Yeah, so really the closest battle at the moment is that 3-car battle at the moment in the GT4 class, and then this battle for third, which is not lighting up. And while this is going on, it's kind of allowing Ure and Palmer to easily stretch out their 1-2 lead at the moment in GT3.
Yeah. Funny little fact there, the top 3 have all got different league titles in their name. You've got SMM, SLM and SDM.
Yeah, you definitely got that right. So you got the Cymax. Oh, James said, did you see that in the background?
Did that look quick? That looked really quick through there.
That looked, wow, holy shoot.
I thought he was going straight off. I thought it was one of those disconnect things.
Holy crap, James, you mother lover. I thought James was gonna like bin it, honestly.
Yeah.
What a move. Holy crap.
Just have a look through.
Oh, interestingly,
right, look at that battle in GT4.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the battle for GT4.
Doug's lost out majorly here. What's happened to him?
Can you see anything on the replay? Can you see anything on the replay?
I'll definitely see if I can. I'll definitely see if I can. Yeah, I'm not able to get anything. I think he just might have just overdriven it too deep into turn 3. Now this, what we thought was a 3-car battle per second has now turned into a 4-car train for the lead at the moment.
This could either get very heated or go very wrong. And it's unlikely to provide fantastic.
Right on the back bumper of
Keelan and Doug have got history. Keelan and Doug have got history, so this could get very close, especially after the contact that Doug didn't like when racing at Spa. They were side by side, and then Doug was kind of squeezed off, or Keelan went very wide. I can't remember what, but there was some slight contact with them that Doug didn't appreciate. So it's going to be interesting to see how this 4-car. It looks fantastic. I'm going to start going straight all 4 of them.
Doug going to the inside right there. And actually, Tice has actually gone onto the inside to break the toe. Everyone's going to follow up and just... And everyone's going to follow up suit right there. Oh,
draft snake.
Duck barrel. Oh, on the sausage curve. Yeah, the car didn't like that. It definitely didn't like that. So.
That's how it gets now. With these battles, it's like, oh, is he going to do it? Is he not? But let's have a look into the turn 3. Is Keelan going to have a look?
Oh, you know what? He's kind of forced wide a little bit. Oh, there was definitely door banging right there. And Mouchelat might be the one.
Mouchelat. He's got to run, I think.
Oh, side by side between Keelan and Doug. This is great stuff, Elliot. Great stuff.
What's Mouchelat going to do? Is he just going to sit in behind, or is he going to go to the outside?
I won't blame him. Actually, he's going to hang behind Doug, I believe. Keelan, I think, is going to get the move done.
Still on the inside.
On the outside.
Oh, where's Keelan gone? Where's Keelan gone?
Oh, yes. Spun the wheels out a bit too much.
Allowing Tice to get away.
Mouchelat now. Look at Mouchelat.
Watch for Mouchelat on the inside.
Mouchelat on the inside right now.
He hasn't got it done, but is he going to get it done? Still side by side.
Mouchelat's got the inside. Mouchelat's got the inside.
Still side by side.
Keelan doing a good job at holding it off. Keelan's got it.
Door rubbing.
What?
Wow.
Man, the drive for Keelan there. What good racing this is.
Insane racing.
And I'll tell you what, while this is battling up, K&K Dott's done a good job to fight on back up into the tail end of this battle at the moment.
So it's going to become a 5-car battle, this.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, look, he's just there. He's in arm reach.
Yeah, he's there, but it's like he just needs to find a bit more pace and hope that the guys up front kind of hold themselves off. Tice has gotten a major
1 second penalty.
No, he's got a 1. Yeah, has he gone a bit too wide at one of these corners?
Look at the last corner. I think he did at the last corner because he was very far over to the inside wall.
Yeah, it might have been.
To the pit wall. Doug went wide as well. Expect Doug to pick up a slight penalty here, I think. Yep, there it is. K&K Doug's got one as well.
I'll tell you what, we're just about to hit the first third. We're about to complete the first third of this race. Doug's actually quickly struck the penalty. Keelan, nowhere to go really,
Keelan
but just hang back.
Yeah.
And look at K&K Dott, who's also got a 2-tenths penalty. He's not that far off. The half a lap goes, 1.4 seconds between himself and Mouchelat. Now it's about a second between himself and Mouchelat. Oh, Keelan on the inside of Doug. Nothing doing there. What a... Oh, my...
He's got a tail. He's got a tank slapper again. Watch for Mouchelat.
I'm going to go on board with the replay here.
On the inside.
So let's take a look at Keelan here. Did he try and make a move on Doug into the inside?
James has lost 2 seconds as well to Viper. Not sure how.
Oh, there was contact. Yeah, there was definitely contact between the 22 and the 13. So, of course... A little argy-bargy between these two for second place. This is great stuff, Elliot. Great stuff.
Absolutely. I'm just watching through on variable cam, and K&K Dott is now 7 tenths behind Mouchelat.
Yeah,
taking very different lines into the second to last corner.
Yeah, whatever happened to K&K Dott on the race start, he's pretty much made that ground back on up, because right now these guys just having the scrap of their life. This is allowing Tice to pretty much just gain a lead on them all.
I'll be surprised if K&K Dot does not have the fastest lap in GT4. Let's just have a quick look.
Yeah, let's take a look.
1:42.8, 1:42.7 for K&K Dot. He's got it so far.
So he is the fastest man in the GT4 class at the moment, but at the cost of that, he's having some... Yeah, at the cost of that, he's actually accumulating penalties, but he's quickly serving them up, which is quite interesting to say.
Yeah.
And Hairraiser has... Yeah, Hairraiser's dropped back a ways back. But this
who's that? Oh, that's Yera. Wow, okay, so we've got the first bit of traffic. This is going to get interesting now. Yera's got to navigate past 5 cars.
Oh my god, yeah, and this is the I think this is like the worst part of them all for multi-class racing in the wet weather conditions. It's just navigating the traffic. Unlike Spa, which was much more open, Red Bull Ring, I think, is more confined, and this is going to make overtaking very, very interesting, of course.
Keelan got a better run, but so did Mouchelot. He's
blue flags being shown. Blue flags being shown. Hairraiser getting shown the blue flag for Yere. So we'll go see. Yep, Yere's going to make quick and easy work of the man in 12th overall and last in class. Oh, Yere's actually gone wide. Yeah, he's gone wide.
He misjudged his. He misjudged
braking.
Yeah, Hairraiser just hits the brakes there.
I think he's had
hit the brakes and let through. Viper's off into the barrier.
Is he actually?
He's recovered it. He's recovered it. And someone else has just had a moment. Grand J10, I think, just had a moment. But Viper was all sorts of sideways, and that's allowed James to gain that 2 seconds that he originally lost.
Oh, yeah, he did go
wide.
Race leader's
in. Race leader's in.
Race leader in the pits. Oh, yes, he is. This is going to be for fuel as well. Keep in mind. Look at the fuel difference between Yere and Viper. There's a lot more fuel in the tank for Viper than it would be for Yere.
Yeah, that's very true. I guess Yere's probably absolutely just pushing right now. We'll see what Palmer can do, but Palmer's lap times have been no matter. In fact, they've been, well, last lap was two quicker.
To be fair, Palmer and Viper have been setting pretty identical lap times.
Oh, Grand J10's off.
Oh, major.
He's hit the barrier as well.
Oh, be careful entering the track.
That was a safe rejoin.
We'll take a quick look at the 15 on his incident. Let's see if he's overcorrected it out of turn 8, because that's a very odd place to go off.
Something's happened to Keelan. Did he pit? Did Keelan pit? Yeah, he has. Wow. Okay. I just saw that Keelan had dropped back and Mouchelot's got up into.
Yeah, he did pit.
P3.
Yeah. So blue flags being shown. I think the GT3s are going to definitely try and get some get some clean air. Palmer's got to quickly get by Hairraiser if he doesn't want to.
Is he going to do the same thing? Is he going to do the same thing and go deep into the next corner?
Nope.
Nope. So that's going to help. That's going to help Ethan Palmer's cause there. If Palmer can now keep it on the track and get into the pits, he's going to have a faster in-lap than Yera did. So if you watch, Yera's in-lap was 2 minutes 13, right? That was his in-lap.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch after Palmer's pit stop, it's quicker than 2:13. Now let's just watch on the pit entry, because the pit entry lines are evil here. Let's have a look.
Palmer coming in now. Where is the 20? Oh, he's going a bit too deep. Viper's going off a bit too deep into the corner, so he's going to have to stay out.
Yeah. I don't think he was ready to come in that lap anyway. But let's just have a look. Where's Yera?
Yere is coming
Palmer's
through.
Not in his box yet. Palmer's not even in his box yet.
Now he's coming to his box. Yere entering the second to last corner.
This is going to be interesting to see. So it was 2:13. Palmer's having his fuel load now, but think about where it despawns you.
Yere to the start finish line now.
Yeah, he's got it. He should have it.
Yep. And Yere did take tires that lap, and as did Palmer, I'm pretty sure. And Palmer.
Stop for Palmer.
Yeah,
Palmer's was a 2:13.8. So what was Yere's?
2:13.7. Wow. Nothing. So Yere just slightly gained. So Yere slightly gained despite that one incident. Oh, someone's off the final corner. Who is that? That is going to be Grand J10 once again. No, it's Grand J10.
Okay, James Head's got traffic. He's got Hairraiser as he's trying to fight back to bring the fight back to
Viper.
Well, these guys are in first and second now. James is lagging a little bit.
Viper could stay out for another lap. He could stay out, but I think he's going to have to make a second stop. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he held it. If he stays out another lap, he could potentially go for a one stop.
Yeah, I'd say with the GT4s right in front of him, I think it might be wise to pit if you're James. Viper, you could stay out. He's going to stay out.
James is in. James is in.
Okay, so keep an eye on the in-laps for James.
James is going to pick up a 3-second penalty as well, though.
Oh, because he cut it. Oh, interesting.
Because of the pit line, yeah.
Gotcha.
But again, that's going to have to be looked at after the race.
Yuri entering the final corner right now. Where is Palmer? Palmer's way behind. He's 8 seconds back. What was the gap between Yuri and Palmer before the pit cycle?
Right, so now that Yera's come across...
you know what? This is going to be interesting because Viper has got to pass all of this traffic, and this might hold him up. Oh, big moment.
That's held him up. Let's have a look. Blue flags are all being shown for... Let's have a look who's being shown the blue flag. We've got blue flag.
This is not going to help his cause.
KK Dot, Mouchelot, and Doug. He's got to navigate through safely.
Oh,
he's going to get through safely.
Wide. Oh, this is going to be so close between the GT3s and the GT4s.
I need to get on board. I need to get on board with Viper here. Viper's got past both. Yep.
And what sucks is that he's got to come into pit. Oh, Mouchelot sideways. Mouchelot sideways. Oh, Mouchelot around. Oh. He's lost it. He's lost a position. He's actually didn't gain much. He didn't lose much either. He's going to try and get it quickly back. Wow.
I wonder if there was contact. I wonder if there was contact because KK Dot did get on the brakes and let him back through.
Let me see it. There was contact. There was contact. So that's probably why. So KK Dot, fair sportsmanship to him. And so does the zero
pitting.
Yeah, KK Dot gave that position back. So fair sportsmanship for the 04 and the 37. Yep, Viper in the pits, which is expected.
Yeah, Yera is now 9 seconds up the road. So I just want to have a look at what the gaps were. So it's 2:13.7 and 2:13.1. So that's a tenth of a second. Yera then did a 1:34.1.
You know what? 2:12.0.
1:34.7. So that was 8/10 difference. So Palmer's lost 8/10 in the pit stop phase. And
I'll tell you what though, James
had more time now as well.
So get this, James is actually coming back into the pits. He's picked wet tires. He's got on the wrong set of tires.
That's interesting.
Wow.
He won't be able to change back. He can't change back to Inters, I don't think.
Oh.
He's absolutely ruined his race by doing that.
Wow. No way.
And Iapez is in just behind him as well. Iapez could... Oh, no, it's just going to be a change of tyres, isn't it? I wonder if he could go... Could he go back to the Inters? Let's have a look.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Wow, so that was very costly for James. He's lost out a tremendous amount of time now.
Yeah, like 19 seconds.
Not yet, wow.
Grand J10's there.
That's unbelievable.
20 seconds. That's how much he lost, was 20 seconds.
Grand J10 has gone a pit as well, so Iapez might actually jump Grand J10 here as well, I think. I'm not too sure about that. Yuri with a 35-2, so... Of course, that was at the end of a stint. Oh, Yuri, big moment again for him. Absolutely crazy stuff here, of course, for the Cymax guys. Oh, he's going to get by the traffic, the GT4s. We got, after the pit stop phase, where is Tice? Tice still leads by 1 second. Actually, the GT4s, I think, are going to go for the
Tice
one stop.
Pitted.
No, they have not
Tice
pitted.
Is not pitted.
No.
No. Oh, neither's Doug.
the
Neither's
top.
Mouchelot, who's been passed by KK Dot, who's got a penalty.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, jeez, damn. Oh, contact. Oh, I thought that was going to end up.
Oh, Viper's around. Viper's around.
In the pit lane as well. Where's he going?
I've gone.
Wow. What's happened to Viper?
What? I wonder if he got caught on that curb.
And I have a 1 second time.
Have you got a replay of that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, you know what? It was the curbing. It was the curbing. It was the curbing. Yeah.
Outside curbing.
Yeah, it's sent around.
Oh yeah, he lit the rear wheels up. Did he hit the barrier?
Yeah, he did, but no damage. He did hit the barrier, but no damage. But that is very costly for Viper once again. Very costly.
Have a look through. Yera's got traffic. Oh, and they're battling. They're battling in front of Yera. This is going to hold Yera up.
Oh, very opportunistic move for Yera, of course. But he's got
I wonder if... I think KK Dot might have pushed Mouchelot there.
Yeah, Yuri, all he can really do is
If you're
just sit
able to
and wait
check.
until the straightaway because he can't really force an issue. Like you said,
Just check on the replay there. I think K&K Dot pushed Mooslot out of the way.
I'll see if I can get that. No, I'm not able to get a replay, unfortunately, so. Some of these GT3s are going to have to... GT4's got to come in pit. Mooshlot now is going to come into pit. He's right on the edge of fuel.
It must have been there, to be honest.
And so some of... Yeah,
Razor's in.
Hairraiser is... Yes, he is an in. Yeah, so we got some
Right,
of the
where's
GT4...
Keelan? Keelan's there. So Keelan's going to at least jump these two, and would jump K&K Dot, and would jump Doug.
Is Keelan going to try the two-stop? Because I think if that might be the strategy that might have screwed him over, I think. I'm not too sure.
No, I think he'll be okay. At the rate that everyone's going, I think he'll jump everyone. But here we go. Blue flags now for the leading GT4s. Blue flag, blue flag.
Randy 10. Oh, he's fuel saving.
So Grand J10 is in the pits, and let's see where iPez is. iPez might actually jump Grand J10 in this race, I think.
Sorry?
iPez is coming into the final corner right now, and Grand J10 is in the pits. So that battle's going to be interesting up for 5th and 6th in class.
Right, so Viper's lost 10 seconds since the pit stop phase.
Yeah, he has. Where is Palmer and Yuri? Yuri's actually getting past, I believe, the class leader in GT4. And the GT4s are going to have to pit. I think they're going to pit right about now. Tice just missing it. Doug missing it as well. So these guys, first and second in
Tice is
GT4.
in. Leading GT4s are in. K&K Dot's going another lap. Oh, he was all sorts of sideways though. Who's he got coming up behind him?
Keelan is going to... Look at the fuel. Keelan's going to try the one stop, or the two stop, I think.
That was aggressive. Who was that? Was that Palmer? Who's the red and white GT3?
Palmer.
Okay, that was very close between K&K Dot and Palmer on the start finish straight there.
And so Keelan going to go back up to the
Keelan's
front of
gonna
the
jump
field.
all of them.
Yeah,
In
but
fact,
I
where's
think...
Tice?
But I think on virtuous strategy, I think Keelan's going to try the two-stop, I'm pretty sure, which I don't think is the right way to go. But it does mean he could push much more aggressively in the GT4s.
Right, who's that going through? That's James going through. Okay.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Right, where's Mooslot? Mooslot was battling with them all, wasn't he?
Yeah, he lost out tremendous. Actually, he's filled
Yeah,
up
he's lost
quite a
out
bit.
a lot.
How has he lost out a bit of time to the guys up front?
So, obviously, he went full tank, didn't he? And he's put another full tank in. So he's on the same strategy as the cars in front, but he pitted too early.
I'd say the only person who's not on virtuous strategy with the rest of the field is Keelan, because look at the fuel difference between himself and the rest of the GT4s.
Yeah. That's
Where's
true. I'm just going to have a quick look, because now he's on a
K&K
fuel
Dot
load. Let's just have a
actually...
look at the lap times.
K&K Dot is the only
he's still
GT4
got
who's...
it.
Yeah, he's still on it. So I think the
No, I'm saying
0-4...
that he's still got it. Wait, Grand J10's dropped to the very back of the field now. He's in 12th.
He's in 6th for me.
Oh, that's confusing. Lifetime it says shows him in 12th. Oh no, there we go. He's back up. So the lap times in the GT4s. Keelan's got a 1:42.765.
K&K Dot is still going to be staying out on track.
K&K Dot's got a 1:47.760. It's 5 thousandths that separate them for fastest lap in GT4. So
K&K
K&K
Dot
Dot's
is
going for
K&K Dot is
quick
going
one stop.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to try and fuel save as much as he can on this stint, and hopefully try and make a payoff in the final stint.
It's interesting because Keelan and K&K Dot are both going to need to stop again, and K&K Dot being way up the road. Ooh, I don't know. This is going to be quite difficult to tell actually, because I don't know. Oh, James tries to go past. Yeah, he's got it done. We've lost our battles now after the pit stop phase.
Yeah, we did.
It's
It's really changed up the momentum here of all these guys. It's really changed things up.
Battles. And no real mistakes being made again now.
No,
so
definitely.
everyone's got fresh rubber and fresh fuel loads, so they're all all comfortable again, but Grand J10's behind IPES, so IPES did jump Grand J10. KNK Dot is out in front, Keelan, Tice.
The
closest battle is Tice and Doug.
He's really stretching this out right now, KNK Dot, and he's definitely going to be wanting to pit this time by, for a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out of fuel. He's out of fuel.
Oh.
That's gone. Oh, and a 3-second time penalty right there.
No way. No way.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
And he's going to have lost time. I don't know when it cut out on him, but he's going to have lost time.
It was just rounding the second to final
Keelan?
corner. It was rounding the second to final corner.
Keelan's gaining now. Right, okay, so it went just before the second to last corner, so he's only lost this stretch here into the pit lane.
Oh my god, he's lost a second at least. Wow.
In fact, he probably came in quicker to his pit box. He was probably quicker on the pit limits than he would have been.
That is crazy. Oh my god. That is insane. That is insane. Keelan's going to try the two-stop. That's a given. KNK Dot still in the pit. Oh no, you have to feel for KNK Dot. He's trying to fight up the championship as much as he can.
I think he's still on course to potentially take a podium. Well, you're definitely on course for a podium, but whether or not he takes the win is going to be...
Yeah, I think this is going to be a curveball in the GT4 because I think on the strategy
no. We've looked at this completely wrong. We've looked at this completely wrong. KNK Dot is not going to finish on the podium because Keelan is the only one that needs to make another stop. Oh! KNK Dot will take third. We've got our podium. This is my prediction, of course.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got Mushalat, who's within 3 seconds of KNK Dot, so Mushalat might even be on the podium after all of this.
No way, because Tice is going to make it to the end. Doug's going to make it to the end. KNK Dot's going to make it to the end. Keelan needs to make another stop. He's going to drop way back behind even Mushalat at this point.
Maybe even Hairraiser, to be honest with you. Maybe actually. I didn't realise that Hairraiser was back on it. But that's quite interesting. I think Keelan's really ruined his race here by going on to the two-stop. Yeah, I think I'm not going to say Keelan did nothing wrong. I think he just completely misunderestimated the strategy. I think he didn't know that he could have went on a one-stop here with the rest of the GT4s. Yurei, I should point out as well, a 34.9 his last time by, the fastest lap of the race. A 34.
He's got iPads in front of him, so this lap's not going to be that quick.
Oh.
Just about got around him.
And what?
What's Palmer's fastest lap? 1:34.7. Wait, what?
No.
How does that work?
No.
Yeah,
his fastest is a 35.8. Actually, I'll tell you what. Viper's actually has a quicker fastest lap than Palmer at the moment. He's actually
Palmer's got a 1:34.7 on lap 15.
No. I don't have that. I don't have that.
So if you go on board with Yera and look at the times on the right hand side, Yera's quickest lap is the 1:34.9 on lap 22. Then go to Palmer on lap 15. You got a 1:34.7.
I've now a 35.707 from Palmer now.
No, lap 15. Look at lap 15. 1:34.7, right?
Oh, was that you think that was his in lap probably?
Well, in lap would be 3. Oh, it's probably his out lap, isn't it?
Yeah, outlet. Yeah, I didn't even think about that as well.
Okay, yeah, because it would miss the first corner.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Let's go back down through the rest of the field. Let's see where the closest battle is right now. It's actually between, once again, Tice and Doug Barrow for net race lead, as a matter of fact. Keelan does have the class lead at the moment, but he will have to pit once again. So this is going to be an interesting battle, virtue of strategy. So Keelan, he does have some fuel in the tank, and I think he's really trying to push right now. Oh, big moment for him out of the first corner. And so that's going to be pretty interesting. And so let's take a look at where else everything is. Palmer's got less fuel. Palmer's got more fuel in the tank than Yurei does. Look at the fuel difference between himself and Yurei.
Who's this? Palmer and Yeri?
Yeah, look at the fuel difference. Very
Oh,
interesting.
do you know what? Yeri's... Yeah, they both need to pit again, don't they? They're both on the 2-stop.
No, I think the Ferrari GT3 guys are going to make 2 stops because I don't see Viper making it on to the end with about half a tank with 20 minutes to go.
He will make it on half... Oh, sorry. He'll make it on... Yeah, he will make it on half a tank. If you think about it, a full tank of fuel for them took them to a quarter, right?
Yes.
He's got half, so that will be... Hang on. Bear with. So he had a full tank, and that took him to... there. Half a tank will take him to there. Or... I don't know, actually. If he starts fuel saving, he won't have to pit again. I just don't know. I can't work it out. I don't know. I really can't work that out. That's tricky.
It is a bit tricky, to be honest with you, so this is going to be an interesting thing. Like I said, by virtue of
losing time to James. 1/10 on that lap. 6/10 up on that lap. Wow. Okay, yeah. James is gaining. It's about 1/10, 2/10 a lap, but James is gaining.
So you think Viper might be fuel saving, obviously?
I don't know if he's fuel saving or struggling.
It's one of the two, obviously.
You couldn't see his TV. He's in the same room as you. You tell us. Is he fuel saving?
I would prefer to watch the commentary. Hey, you said stick to the commentary, okay? Just like everyone else.
That's true. That is true. I did say that. I did say
so,
that.
What I say
Look at these cars going around the track.
Shut up. Shut up.
Let's have a look through. So
I'll tell you what though, Palmer I think might be...
Wow.
Yeah,
James is gaining.
Yeah, he's significantly gaining, but I think Palmer might be a bit gaining as well because he's definitely the fastest guy on track, I believe, at the moment, because you're already starting to set some 36s at the moment and a couple of 35s as well. So a 35.7 for Palmer, but he's 8/10 slower than the rain.
35.6 for James.
35.6.
Yeah. J10's getting blue flags. Oh yeah, there's Yeri.
Yeah, Yeri's right behind him.
Yeri's coming in. Yeri's coming into the pits.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be coming in on this final stint. 17 minutes to go. So this is going to be interesting. It's actually going to be interesting to see where Viper, actually how much fuel Yeri has in the tank, because it's going to be interesting to see if Yeri has the same exact amount of fuel to put in. And we're going to see...
There's not 9 seconds different. Let's just have a look as he comes in the pits.
Palmer...
Oh, he's touching the white lines.
I think he's fine.
It's going to be so difficult watching this back to get pit entries.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on...
Last week we had 15 seconds worth of penalties handed out to 2 drivers, but thankfully it didn't affect the result.
It was very interesting how it went to that kind of level, to be honest with you, but
yeah.
Let's see how much fuel Yeri is going to put in the tank. Viper coming through the final corner now as we speak.
He only needs half a tank. He James is coming in. Nope.
He's staying out. He's staying out. We'll stick on board with Yeri.
Has he had a mistake?
Yuri's actually going on...
No, he hasn't.
Look how much fuel Yuri's put in the tank.
That's too much fuel. That is too much fuel. That might be... If Palmer picks in this lap and takes half a tank of fuel, he could have a win here because there was about 3 seconds difference in the pit stop phase for the fuel loads that they had. Now, Yeri was in the pit stop way too long. Way too long.
It's going to be close. This is what makes races interesting. Is just the strategy itself. Because you got the race itself, and then you got strategy, like what's going through everyone's mind right now. Kalen back into the pits, our GT4 class leader into the pits, as expected.
Yeah. So Tyus will jump, Doug will jump, K&K Dot will jump,
and the gap between
Mushala will jump.
Oh, a big moment for Tice coming out of the final corner, and it's allowing Doug to rapidly close up. And Doug has not put a foot wrong in this race at all. Let me say you that right now. He's done everything right, in my opinion. And Palmer's in the pits now, I should say. We forgot about this.
That's just, oh yeah, Palmer's in, so he needs to make sure he takes only half a tank. If he takes half a tank, he'll jump Yera. No, he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. Yes, he will. He needs to take just half a tank. Because Yera's also got to get past Viper, who's staying out.
Yep, new fresh rubber going on for Palmer.
Whoa, huge sun glow there.
James is in the pits, by the way, so GT3 guys having an interesting thing as well. So every single GT3 in the top 4 has made a second pit stop except the race leader as Viper. Look at the
Viper
fuel.
go to the end?
Look, Palmer could go to the end. He's taking, actually... Viper, oh, it's going to be close. Now you got the side match guys who are going to be on full qualifying trim here. And Viper is going to be on fuel conservation mode. This will help him out of the corners.
This is interesting. Oh, look at the gap. Doug's right on Tice now.
Yeah, he is. And this is going to be for the race win here because these guys are going to go right to the end as well. And K&K Dot only 2 seconds down and he's got Grand J10 behind him. So K&K Dot has done pretty well here thus far in the race. Viper...
Yeah, to drop down to dead last, wasn't it? He dropped behind Hair Razor at one point.
I'll tell you what though, Viper's doing a pretty good job, I think, of saving the fuel.
I missed this battle.
Yeah, you keep an eye on that battle at the moment. I'm going to keep an eye on Viper and Yere. Yere is actually not closing up to Viper as quickly as we thought. Viper's doing a good job. I'll tell you what though, if Viper
to the outside.
Oh,
he's going around the outside. He's done it. Wow, he did that way before the brakes.
What are you? Oh, you're talking about Mushlot and Keelan. Yeah, Keelan is going to be.
Keelan's just got through.
Yeah, Keelan's going to be on it here today, and they're not. He's not even that far down.
Tice has gone deep. Here comes
Doug
for the lead of
deep.
GT4s.
Oh, but Doug's had a terrible exit. Doug's had a terrible exit.
He needed to let Tice rejoin. Tice might get a track limits penalty. Does he? Grand J10 comes through. No, he didn't. He didn't get a penalty for that. That was lucky. Oh wow, they're all braking at the same time. That looks very strange. And I was not on board with Doug. Look at him in third person. They were all braking and slowing down at the same time.
A slow exit for Doug is what the reason was that Tice was able to actually just hold on to first. So this is going to be interesting. Where is Yure? He's only closed up by like 4/10.
Yeah, he's not catching as much.
Oh, something just changed. I think something just changed, and I think it was a battle for the class lead in GT4. Oh, big moment again for Doug Barrow, who's done absolutely...
look at how close they are, potentially.
Tice on the inside, Doug will follow. This is great stuff for the GT4, guys. This is amazing stuff. Oh, Doug on the inside, he thought about it. Oh.
Watch K&K Dot's kind of close in on this as well. How's K&K Dot's fuel?
It's
the same.
Yes,
he's the same as Doug, but with better tyres. Here we go, side by side down Starfish Straight. Not quite, there's no overlap, but
no, yeah, definitely not.
And come back.
Oh,
that's contact.
Oh,
that's contact.
That's
contact.
Doug's gonna give the position back. Yeah, Doug's gonna give the position back.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh, side by side, on board. This is great. They're literally bumping up. They're literally door to door right now.
Tice needs to brake early. Tice needs to. Oh, he's braking later.
Doug's
easing off.
Oh, he's kind of forced them wide.
That was inevitable. Contact.
It's fine because, yeah, I think Doug was on the limit of how much he could turn on that thing. Viper. Nah, I think he's going to have to pit again. I think Viper is not going to be able to make it on fuel, I'm pretty sure. And he's got the GT4 guys ahead of him as well. Yere's not even closing up as well. Palmer...
Oh, Doug with a huge slide. Cole, I want to see Tice get Doug back. I want to see Tice get Doug back.
Yeah, Tice is showing the lights.
Back.
I'll tell you what though, I think Viper is going to have to think about making a pit stop soon because he's got GT4 traffic ahead of him, and I think he's going to have to take a guaranteed third place at the moment once again.
If he fuel saves, lets Yera get onto the back of him, I don't think he'll need another pit stop.
It is going to be close. Tice just really having probably that right thumb on that flasher right now, just doing absolutely everything in his power to try and pressure and get in the mind of Doug Barrow.
He'll get a good run here, ready for turn 3. He needs to set himself up for a move on turn 3. Or move at turn 3.
I think we got the guys up front in the GT3s that are going to start making their way through
Doug's
traffic
going
once
deep.
again.
Doug's going deep.
Oh, he has. Yep,
Yeah.
that's going to be a track limits penalty right there.
Yeah, but unfortunately it gets served without him having to serve it.
Yeah, 5/10. So, finding Danny all right there. Viper going to start making his way to the GT3s. Oh, Mushalat, I think, is gone. Oh, Yure is really
Wait,
closing up
I've missed
right
something. I've missed something. Oh no, I haven't.
No, you have not. But he's going to have the GT4s he's going to make his way, as well as iPads. So that's going to throw a mix.
Vipers on the back of GT4s.
And GT3.
Yeah, and... Oh, wow, that was...
That was a bit
Close.
sketchy there. Yeah,
close.
Viper.
Was close.
Yeah,
Where's Yera?
Yura is not that far off.
Yura's
James is
approaching.
way far off as well. So I think Viper's going to have to make his way back into the pits, unfortunately, for himself.
Yeah.
Because he's done pretty well to
James
catch
is
back
way
on.
back.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have P3
James
if he
is
doesn't bin it
45.
off right here. Yeah, it kind of sucks that
Yeah.
Viper was doing very, very well on strategy. But unfortunately, I think with his fuel-saving Matra, I don't think it's going to make it all that different. And I think Yure and Palmer are looking set to take a first and second place finish here today. Let's go back to the battle in GT4, where K&K Dot's now closed up to this battle for the lead right now. But he's got 1.7 seconds worth of penalties. A 42.7. Is that a new fastest lap for the GT4 class for K&K Dot?
Oh, iPads. Wait, can't get up.
Oh, nothing
But
doing
how's
there.
Viper stayed out another lap? In fact, look at this battle. Tice is now being hounded, by K&K Dot. Whilst hounding Doug. Doug needs to keep it to the right. In fact, he's not going to.
Oh,
He's not
Tice is going to
Watch
go
for
right.
Tice.
Tice is going to go right. Okay, on the brakes,
Yeah.
they're both ghosted for whatever reason. Oh, there's contact, but it was inevitable. Oh, too
Look at
wide.
this. They've got the same run. They've got the exact
Oh,
same run
this
out
is
the
going to be
corner. Look at
interesting.
this.
I'm going on board with K&K Dot for this one. Oh, my lord.
Yeah, I would.
This is amazing
Oh,
stuff.
door banging. They're door banging. Let's have a look.
Oh, Doug lit on the
Doug's trying to
brakes,
come
but
across.
Tice on the inside.
Yeah, Doug was trying to come across where Tice was. K&K
And
Dot.
they're still side by side. They're still
This is
side
great.
by side.
Doug needs to leave him more space, though. Doug is almost overlapping here.
Oh, and you got the
Where's
GT3 leaders behind them as well, so this is going to hold up Viper even more.
Oh god.
Oh no! Oh no! This is not what he needs.
Oh, this
I'm going
is
on board with
oh,
Viper for this.
no,
No,
you
Yera.
got a
Go on
kill
board
for
with Yera.
Viper.
Go on board with Yera. Go on board with Yera. This looks fantastic.
He's a little bit far
Viper's got
back.
to look for a way round. Viper's got to find a way round.
Oh, you know what? He might have forced the issue. He's got to back out of it. He's got to back out of it. Oh, there's three wide.
Where's Tice? Yep, Tice is still there, and Tice has got back on Doug. There's contact.
Oh no, Viper.
Pit! I tried to
Oh
pit.
no!
You know what? Viper, I think was
He got
first
hit by
wide.
the GT4s.
Yeah.
He got hit by the GT4s.
I'd say no penalty for Viper because I think he was just
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
overlap.
that's fine. That was contact induced, but at the same time, he should have backed out of trying to go for the overtake and then dive into the pit lane. So I don't know. We'll have to look into that one. But I feel like he shouldn't have gone for a move if he was coming into the pit lane. I can't see that made any sense trying to go up the inside of cars that you're.
Yeah, I think it was inevitable, but I think he's fine. But this battle for GT4 is just still on.
Is it
Oh
still
my!
there? Is it still going? Right.
This
Where's
is
Yera? Where's Yera? Yera's the place to watch it from. Oh no, he's got past.
No, he's
Never mind.
way by. Palmer is behind it though, but he's way off.
Yeah, not
so
close enough yet.
Tice now leading. Tell you what, K&K
Let's
Dot,
have a
who
look.
actually, you know what, K&K Dot.
Oh,
K&K Dot's
he's
not around.
round.
Oh,
He's round. Oh, he held it, but that was close. That's it. I think K&K Dot's opportunity now of getting.
and he's
the
got
win
Palmer
or
behind. He's got
P2.
Palmer behind as well.
Yeah, he's gonna have to let through.
Yeah, unfortunately. But Doug and Tice still going out about it. I'll tell you what, though. I think this is going to be the best race that Doug's had all season long, fighting it out for the race lead. I did say early on in this broadcast that Doug has the pace to win it in some of these races, and this has been no exception for him, of course.
Let's have a look. Oh, Tice taking a very good line. In fact, here we go. Blue flags again for Doug and Tice.
Yeah, I'm bored now with the 24 man in second place. In his first race for Side Management Works, they're going to be absolutely happy about his progress
Viper's
here
still on
today.
course for a podium. Viper's still on course for a podium.
He is, but
Right.
oh,
Here
you
comes
know,
Palmer.
I kind of
Is
feel
Palmer
like
going to look to go to the inside? He is. He doesn't want to do it yet. Not yet,
not
Palmer.
yet.
Not
Nah,
yet.
good move, good move. I'll tell you what, though, I think that one spin for Viper was definitely costly. Oh, wheel lock moment for Palmer. Make the move now. Make the move now.
Yeah, he needs to go to the. He's probably communicating with Tice here.
Yeah,
Tice
I'd say no.
Right.
Yeah, stay to the right. Doug's still. He's still going at it.
No, Tice is so close. Tice is so close to the back of Palmer's car on the run into turn 3.
1 second, the gap between these two now. And Tice has got less fuel in the car. KK Dot, unfortunately, way far off in third. But I'll tell you what, though, with the 3-second penalty, KK Dot might have a chance, even after running out of fuel on his first stint. Could very well hold on for third.
That's
here.
true. He'll get third. He will get third, but any chance of second or first.
But the thing is, though, he's got to maintain a 3-second gap at least to Keelan behind.
That's true. Although we haven't looked at Keelan's pit stops.
Oh, Doug's starting to get a bit sideways here,
Yeah,
so I think
he's not enjoying it now. Yeah, look, he's not enjoying it.
Yeah, I
He's
think
just about getting away with it.
Yeah, Tice now starting to open up a little bit here thus far. I think that might be battle over for those guys. I'll tell you what, though, I think there's a couple of other cars that are close behind.
Kara's
as well.
just gone fastest lap. Kara's just gone
once
fastest
again,
lap.
I mean, he got the 1 second penalty out of it, but I think he's just trying to get that extra bonus point because he's absolutely going to try and get every single point that he can.
Let's just have a quick look. Let's have a look at the timing monitor quickly and see. So he's got fastest lap. That's secured for now. Let's have a look. Tice 143.0, 142.8, 142.7.
Look at that final sector for Ure, a 29.3. That is an insanely quick time here on these wet weather conditions here.
Right, Keelan's done a 142.3, so he's still got fastest lap.
Has he now? Interesting. Yeah. He is 5.8 behind, so that's going to be interesting as well.
Back on the tail of Doug.
Doug's starting to make his way back to Tice, but we've only got less than under 3 minutes to go,
yeah.
So this is going to be close. I forgot how quick the clock just elapsed in the midst of these things, because this has been great stuff, Elliot. This has been great stuff.
It's not gone on long enough, has it? We want more laps.
Not even, no.
We need a restart with 10 minutes left on the clock. That's what I reckon we need. It is, it is a shame that these races only go on for an hour, but I think any longer, especially in these conditions, and we'd start to see more and more mistakes. Mistakes haven't come actually as many as I thought.
Sideways out of turn number 7, I believe it was, or turn 6. Holy moly! I think it's going to be just up. I think where Ure is positioned right now, I think he's going to get this lap and one more.
And one more.
Yeah,
this
lap
he hasn't got the 20-second difference that he needed to be able to cross the line and to wait up and cross the line.
I'll tell you what, though, I think these GT4 guys are only going to get this lap left, so I think Doug's... No! Tice is slow out of the final corner! Doug's going to get him!
I can't see it.
Oh my god, and now this battle is lighting back up once again.
That's late on the brakes. Doug's
there. He's right on the back bumper.
Doug is right on him.
Oh no, Doug's... No!
Where's KK Dot? KK Dot's going to have a fantastic run on him, though. No, KK Dot's lost time, actually. So his run is pretty much...
No, he has not. He's gaining.
Here comes Viper. Here comes Viper to spoil.
Oh, he's going to spoil this party. He's going to spoil this party.
He needs to sit back. He needs to sit back and wait and do it on the next
He's done
straight.
that very perfectly.
Oh, Doug! Look at Doug! No!
He's on pressure! KK Dot might get second place here.
No, KK Dot just hit the back of him. KK Dot drove into the back of Doug.
Viper going on through, so that's given. He's doing fine. What about Doug?
To the inside goes KK Dot.
KK Dot, what a move! What a move on the inside! What a move for KK Dot!
He's there. He's still there, though. He is still there.
Oh, he's made the move.
Doug's going to have the inside, though.
Oh, what a move for KK Dot. Oh, Doug Barrow might not be liking that.
This is great racing. Look at that. KK Dot into P2 for GT4s. And he sent it back up the inside. Doug.
No way!
That was a bit aggressive there from Doug, just sending it.
Oh, now they're door banging. They're literally door banging. Oh, they've got one!
Oh, no!
Doug's got
Doug's lost it! That was rightful. And K&K Dot rightfully gained that position back.
Oh my god.
But he's got a half a second penalty. He's got half a second penalty. He needs to serve that
you
penalty.
can't be serious. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. Tice is going to get the class win. His first win of the season. Viper going to come home for third, obviously. But K&K Dot is going to serve it, and he will.
He served it.
Wow. No way!
He served the penalty on the line. He served the penalty. He holds P2, and rightfully, in my opinion, he rightfully got P2 there. I think Doug was a little too aggressive.
You know what? Doug's got second. We forgot about the 3-second penalty that K&K Dot's got.
Yeah, I don't know because I didn't see Doug's pit entries. But let's just have a look through. Where's Yera? Yera's coming across. No, he's not. That's Razor.
No, yeah.
James has finished in GT3.
Actually, Viper's going to be able to finish on the lead lap here. Viper's going to finish on the lead lap here. I didn't even get that.
I didn't think he would.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is going to definitely be the championship charge that Yera is going to need. I'd say domination would be the word to describe. Yeah, absolutely domination for Yera here today. And he's going to definitely take this championship bout once again, because coming to the start-finish line for his third win of the season, it's going to be SLM Yera for the 77. Once again, takes the race win. Yeah. Palmer,
very low on fuel.
in his first race for Sidemax, will come home for second place. It's a 1-2 for Sidemax, and it's going to be a third place finish for Viper. What a race that was. Elliot, what a race that was.
Yeah.
What a race.
Fantastic. It really was fantastic. Oh, he's going to get it across the line. Get to the line.
Get to the line, and it will be for the marathon theme livery, STM Viper getting the win. And his first class win of the season, it will be TGIS in his first race for Sidemax. And this is going to be an interesting shakeup in the GT4 class championship as Tice gets his win. A pole position, a fastest lap, and a race win. So Yera getting 26 points here today, and he's going to need every single bit of points towards that championship charge here late in the running. Elliot, what a race, man. What a race.
That was awesome.
That was absolutely insane, especially that GT4 race.
If you could make the party public so we could have our class winner Tice be able to join the party as well.
I'm going to leave you, I'm going to do it public, and I'm going to leave you for a few minutes just to go through interviews.
Okay, that's fine. I cannot describe how insane that race was. Was it like Spa? Heck, yeah, it was. But, we're going to start to invite our podium finishers here.
I'm going to be there too.
It's a shame we can't invite K&K Dot as well. But my God. I was absolutely loving that one as well. My word, was I loving that race as well. So we got our podium finishers here thus far. And I did say at the end of the practice race, we'll be fortunate to see those who finish on the other depths of hell, I should say, because it is not easy driving these cars around wet weather conditions as well. And so we'll start to get our podium finishers here going as well. We'll actually start with our GT4 class podium finishers as well. We'll start with Doug Barrow. Doug Barrow, man, you were giving it absolutely everything you had for that class win as well in the GT4 13. And I got to say, man, you've got to be absolutely on top for that class win, for that third place finish. Tell us about your race today, Doug.
It was a good race. I got a really good start. I was watching right up ahead, saw the car start to go, so I was like, right, I'm going. I'm not waiting for the people right in front of me. I looked to the front and just went. Got a good gap, holding that gap for a while, and I just made a stupid error coming out of turn 2, got on the power too much, and the car just went all over the place. And then I was reeled in and overtaken, fought back for a bit, tried to hold my position as best I could, managed to get back with the lead. There was a moment I'm not happy with, but it happens, where I got bumped a few times on one lap and then a lot and overtaken, so it happens. Yeah, and then managed to have a little battle with Dot at the end. It was a little bit of a dive, but it happens again on that corner. It's bound to happen. Got it back, but then lost the back end. So you win some, you lose some. Yeah, good race. Well done to Dot and Tej. It was a good race.
And was there any doubt that you had the potential to win that GT4 class, by the way?
If I could keep it clean, I knew the tyres would do all right. I knew I could go well over the halfway point with the fuel. I thought there was a half chance. From the beginning, I thought there was a half chance because I was holding that gap. And it was battling going on behind me, so that was helping me. But like I say, my mistake. After that mistake, I was just going for the best position I could get.
So a good day in the box office for Doug Barrow, of course. And I'd say pretty much to the class winner. It was pretty much the closest that we've had the top three in-class finish. It was about like within 5 seconds of each other from first to third in GT4. So it was definitely amazing there thus far. So we'll move on to our man in second place, K Dot. And I think this is the first time we've had a proper podium interview this season, so it looked like it was a good day for you as well. You actually did run out of fuel at one point during that race, and you somehow hold on for second place. By virtue, you could have won the race here today. Tell us about your race today, K Dot. I think yeah, I don't think his mic might be working there. I think I'm going to see if I can go to the SLM Discord and see if he's able to get on there. But and there is Elliot right there. I don't think unfortunately K Dot has the mic, but I think he's going to be absolutely loving the podium interviews here as well. But I'm going to go, while we wait for K Dot, I'm going to move on to TGIS78, who in his first race with Sidemax takes a class win, I should say, and it's definitely going in the right direction for you as well. You take your first win of the season and your first race with Sidemax, you get the golden trophy to take back to the team. Tell us about your race today, Tice.
Jesus, that was a hard one. I mean, it was redemption for last week for the disconnect.
Yeah,
I'm still not 100% okay with the incident with K Dot, Duck, and with CJ.
So obviously, it looked like you were having like a very, very argy-bargy time out there on track as well. But of course, I think you stuck out there, and it was very tough out there, of course. And I think you speak on behalf of everyone saying that was a very hard one, of course. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how every one of y'all drives these cars. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have saved my life, to be honest with you. And so, one final question for you, Tice, as well. Was there any possibility of you feeling a lot of pressure behind you as well, and with the opposition of K Dot and Doug Barrow, of course?
Yeah, Duck was generally quite fast the whole race through.
So a man of short and simple words. Tice, you get your first win of the season as well, and you take another all-important trophy back to the Sidemax team in your first debut race with the team as well. So a good day for you in the box office as well. Unfortunately, I think this is the first time Keelan has actually finished off the podium this season, so that was a big shock there after trying the two-stop, of course. And we'll move on to our GT3 class winners. We'll start off with the man in third, STM Viper, giving the marathon competition-themed livery a bit of love and taking it to third place. Tell us about your race today.
Oh my god, that was intense. I'm sure everyone's feeling that way as well in this podium interview box right here. That was crazy. That was tough. You know, that was a lot. I don't know if I was fighting my car more or just trying to get to the race end there, right there, because I was just slipping and sliding everywhere. First lap, if James Head wasn't there, I was definitely going to go around right there, but I give kudos to him for saving me, and then he saved it, which I was just shocked that he did right there. And then on the last pit stop that I did, I just didn't want to get held up there too much, so I was like, all right, I'm going to see if I can try and get around on the inside, and then front went to slow down, get a little bump right there. And I was like, oh no! I thought I was gonna have to go round for another lap there. I was like, you know what? Just screw it. I'm going in. I don't care. So, and then I got a message from the stewards saying I didn't get a penalty for that, which is quite thankful right there. But you know, it's a great day to take the marathon competition themed Ferrari to on the third step of the podium right there. But you know, kudos to Palmer and Yuri. They drove their butts off that race, and it was a well-deserved redemption victory for Yuri right there in the Sidemax 77 right there.
A bit of a For the number 20 Ferrari, of course, of course. I do have one more question though. Was there any possibility that you could have possibly won today's race today had you probably not had that spin?
Nah, I was just too far back. I just after that spin on my outlap, I was too far back. It's the funny thing is because I was trying to pass Keelan on the outside. I mean, not the outside. I was falling behind Keelan in the penultimate corner of the lap right there, and for some odd reason, I did everything normal, and I don't know if it was dirty air because in practice it happened to Elliot as well, where he was trying to gas up, and the same thing happened to him. But like I thought I costed myself a chance of a podium right there after I spun because it shot me so far down the pit wall because I thought I was going to enter into pits and just cuck my race right there. So
Bizarre race for the number 20. Of course, you take what you can get. Another third place as well for the Speed Gym Motorsports team to take back to their team base as well. We'll go to the man in second place, SLM Palmer, of course, the championship leader, of course, being outdriven today by the man in first. But tell us about your race today first, Palmer, before we move on to your race.
Wowee. That was a very, very tough race. Like it wasn't like Spa. Like I had confidence, sort of like with in qualifying, but then as soon as it came to the race, yeah, I just didn't really have any pace. But yeah, I'm very, very happy to get second place on my debut race for Sidemax Motorworks. And well done to you, Ray, as well. That was a storming drive from him. Yeah, I feel like if I managed to hook up a good lap, well, a better lap in qualifying, then the race probably would have been different. Because in like sort of like the practice race, I managed to keep Ure behind, but yeah, it wasn't to be. And of course, I had quite a lot of pressure from SLM Viper on the first lap. Which
that was crazy. That lap one incident. I don't know how me and James didn't go around right there. That was just intense.
Yeah, yeah, and of course that let Ure streak away, and yeah, like I had little glimpse of hope when Ure I think got stuck behind some GT4 traffic, but apart from that, yeah, I knew second place was the place where I was going to finish.
So a good day once again for you, SLM Palmer, the championship leader with a sizable points lead now. Of course, you do fall victim to a second place, but of course, you do continue the podium streak thus far with first and second places. We'll finally move on to the man in first place. Redemption Day from last week. SMM Ure, you take your third win of the season, and I should say probably five finishing out of six entered races. So a bit of a redemption story for you today in the 77, of course, and you were absolutely the man to beat. No one could touch you. I'd say pretty much dominating the day, of course. Tell us about your race today, Ure. So of course, I don't think the stream was able to pick up on the sound, the feedback, obviously. But of course, good day for Ure. Of course, he has a lot of patience with the car overtaking, and he said that the Audi in the GT3s for when we ran in the GT3 season here in the wets, that actually experience came pretty well in favor of the similar MR platform Ferrari 400, and I know that your other car is an Audi, so I definitely remember that sticker being on the back of your car as well. Was there any given possibility that you might have had a chance to battle it out with Palmer, or do you think you were just pretty much outpacing the rest of the field here today? So the start of the race making it, of course, pretty important and crucial for the race win today. But let me just speak on behalf of everyone. I don't know how all of you drive in the wet. I probably am just terrible at it, but you guys are a class. You guys are a class of your own. I myself in the practice race we did earlier today had like don't like it. I just don't like it. But of course, we do what we can. Of course, that was a hard race for everyone. But of course, I think it was well earned for everyone to get the podium finishes here today. And congratulations to everyone that did finish. Elliot, are you? I assume you're there, buddy. I don't think he is, unfortunately. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's race, I was joined by Elliot.
Sorry, I'm here.
Oh, hello. I was waiting for when you would give.
I was unexpectedly muted. I didn't even remember muting myself. But yeah, no, I'm here. That was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic to watch. The battles up and down the grid. It was a shame that the GT3s kind of spread out a bit. Obviously not for the drivers, especially Yere. But it was a shame that GT3 extended out more than the GT4 pack, which just kind of slinkied quite a bit. You know, the gaps extended, then came back down, extended, came back down. It was fantastic. And it's a shame that this is the last wet race on the calendar.
Thank God.
I don't know if Trevor had anything else to say or whether he wants me to finish it up for him. But do we have any other comments from any of the drivers?
Sorry about that.
I just want to say, I just want to say well done to everyone. The conditions were treacherous out there. Well done. Of course, you know, it was a very, very tough race, and from what I saw, you know, everyone kept it on the track. And I want to say thank you, of course, to the GT4s and iPez for keeping it clean when we were moving past.
I'm going to cut the stream off as quick as I can because all I hear is bark, 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 bark in the background. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy to that race in the wet weather conditions here today, I've been SD Monarch, joined by LF64. Congratulations to all of the podium finishers. If you do want to stick up with the rest of the season, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We will be back for next week of, I believe, at the top of my head, we will be going to the Le Mans circuit, and that's going to be a pretty interesting race as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week for round number 7 of the Ferrari GT World Challenge. I've been joined by Elliot F64, and I'm Esteban RDZ, and we'll see you guys next week for Le Mans.